If you're looking for a really fun way to spice up your online classes and to teach in a fun and engaging way, then you're in the right spot, because today we're talking all about gamifying your online classes. Hey teachers, I'm Natalie and I help online teachers use technology to create fun and engaging classes so their students are wanting to come back to your classes, and it helps you stand out as a teacher. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. I'm so excited. And welcome to Florence, Oregon. We're in a different environment today, and I'm just so excited to bring you along. And we have the ocean coast just a half mile that way, so I'm just super excited to be here. Okay, so let's jump in. Gamifying your classes. First off, what exactly does that mean, to gamify your classes, or gamification? Maybe you've heard both terms, maybe you haven't. Gamifying. Okay, so gamifying means you're taking game-like elements of a game and bringing them into a non-game situation, like your classroom. It's not a game, but we're taking game-like elements and bringing it into your classroom, into the content you are teaching, to make it super fun. And by incorporating these game elements into your classroom, it just makes the learning experience more immersive. It makes it more fun. Students are going to be motivated to learn and remember what you're teaching them even more, because they are taking ownership and they're going to be participating and just engaged in your classroom. So how do we set up and add these gamifying experiences and gamifying game-like elements into our class? Well, here's how. The first thing you can do is to have clear goals or milestones set in place. So just like any game you play, there is an end goal. Whether that's winning the card game, or you're playing Candyland, the goal is to get to the end. So you can set up your classroom like this into certain levels or certain milestones. There's a clear progression of your class. So for example, this could be if you have like a summer camp or a multi-day class. Each day could be the end of a level. So day one, we taught the skills of addition. My students learned how to add just simple addition. So they completed level 1. And then level 2, we're going to move on to subtraction. The next day, we're going to move on to subtraction. They're going to finish that, make a big deal at the end of class. Woo, we completed level 2. Now they're so excited to move on to level 3. So they see a clear progression of the topics, not only the topics you're teaching, but they themselves have a sense of, I completed something, I've completed level 1, I'm ready for level 2. And make this visual for your students. So you could have like a progress tracker. Level 1, you can color it in, or a virtual badge. So if you're sharing your screen, you can have a virtual badge, you've created with Canva. Level 1 complete, or you earned this skill, or the specific skill you're teaching could be your badge. Addition skill. We did it! You got this badge. So make it visual for your students. Visual is very important because it's engaging. We love the visuals. So that is a way we can set up your class, like overall, with gamifying elements. Now you can kind of start bringing game-like elements into your class to teaching through games and quizzes. Now keep in mind, students like visual and game-like elements that offer immediate feedback. You have a picture of the President of the United States, several different ones, and then they're matching it to the name. They have to read a sentence, and then maybe that sentence was wrong, and then they have to find the correct sentence with the correct punctuation or whatnot. They're matching the Spanish word to the English word, a picture of something matching it to the Spanish word. Whatever game-like elements you want to add to your classroom. We want to make sure the feedback is immediate for students. Game sites like Blooket or Kahoot are really awesome as well. And if you're not sure what those are, be sure to check out. I do have other videos linked down below. I feel like my camera is slowly sinking. Okay, tip number 3 is to foster collaboration and teamwork. There's some games that you have to work together as a team to solve. So with this game, it could be like, for example, a digital escape room. Your whole class needs to work together to solve these puzzles, solve the problems you give them, solve the challenges, and it's so much fun when they get to work together. With teamwork games, not only can you promote teamwork, leadership skills, foster communication skills, you can promote a little bit of healthy competition too. That is what makes a game a game. There is some kind of competition there, whether that's teacher versus students, or a group of students, half your class, they're in teams, one team versus the other team, or they're all working together like in a escape room. They're all working together to race against the clock. So by combining, collaboration, competition, you can just create a healthy and safe environment for your students to learn and be so motivated to learn in your classroom. So there were 3 tips that you can start using today to gamify your classroom, so you start standing out as a teacher and your students are just magnetized to your class to keep coming back. So set clear goals and a sense of progression in your class by going through levels or earning badges as they complete something. The number 2 was adding in the game like so Kahoot or a Blooket or a matching memory game. There's the unfair game. Adding in those game-like elements to practice what you are already teaching, or use a game to teach what you are teaching. And then the last one was to foster a healthy collaboration and some competition into your games, with like an escape room or working together to solve Jeopardy or a matching game.